Okay, welcome to the Museum Patria Muerte. This museum was 19 years ago, was a factory sugar mill. One factory sugar mill that was construction in 1914 and was closed in 2000. Around 2000, we closed many factories in the country. Why? Maybe you know something about the Soviet Union and the socialist countries. They was very important for my country. They give it all my country, help all time, and they give it a special price for the Cuban sugar until 1995. In 1995, we broke in the relation between the countries, and we lost the special condition for my country. In 1999, the price international sugar was down 24 cents per pound, 6 cents per pound. In Cuba, the technology from the United States is very old. We don't have the modern factory in the country. We need around 13, 14, 16 cents for 1 pound sugar. If you need 15 and the price is, for that we close 73 factory sugar mill in the country. Today we have 50 factories in the country. We make it before 2000, 6 million tons sugar. Today we make 1.7. It's nothing. We have a little business between China today. Many years ago, the sugarcane was the principal business for the country. Yeah. Not today. Cuba today is the 23 country that produce sugar in the world. Okay, here we have the fair machine that was used for to get sugarcane juice. To slave in America, sometimes different country was Africa people or was animal. To a slave, put the arm, another slave inside, put the sugarcane between the mill, and they squeeze the sugarcane here 14 or 16 hours a day. Many hours. But the big problem for the slave was the time, was another man, the free man, used the whip and giving the bad slave hard, faster, more, many time, all day for 5, 6 months, every year, okay? At the end of the process, they have fiber and they have juice. The fiber we use in the country for many things. It's very important for animal. It's food for they. Was used too for making fire for cooking the juice. At the end of the process in the factory, the fiber is burned for making steam. And the steam is the energy and the power for the factory work. Included in Cuba, we have factory, process the fiber, we make a paper, and we make artificial wood. Okay, the juice, around 50–55% is water. For that, it's necessary cooking for 3–4 hours. Okay, come with me. Yeah. Okay. Here we have the place when the juice was cooking for 3–4 hours. The water is evaporation. When you have water inside, you have molasses. Inside the molasses, you have sugar and honey together. For that, when the molasses was ready, it was put inside the cone. The molasses was put here very hot in the cone, 3,000 or 4,000 similar this for one machine over there. They have a special building for the cone, this, okay? 3–4 days, the molasses is cold. The molasses contraction make a sugar glass, small crystal. But inside the cone, 1%, between 8–15%, no crystallization, because no sugar, is honey. This percent go for the bottom. 3–4 days, they had sugar in the cone and honey in the bowl, separate. Very simple, but it was very hot for the slave. Okay? The honey is very important in Cuba because the honey we ferment and we make alcohol. It's the base all wrong in Cuba. Many times wrong in the country. Here we have the animal, very important in my country. They were and they are very important. First, maybe they were the best friend for a slave. Work together all time, all places. Today, they are the more important instrument for the Cuban farmer. In Cuba, the farmer don't have animal for prepare the land. They don't have nothing because they are the very, very important, the first instrument for prepare the land. Here we have the plant sugarcane. We have 96 type sugarcane in the country. The problem is the weather in Cuba. The weather is, the humidity is high, perfect for the insect. The insect set the plant, and we need to have the change, the control. For that, every 7 years we taking off the plantation and we change the type in the same field. Every 7 years, okay? The rotation that is necessary in the country. But every year we cut the sugarcane. In 1 year it's ready for cut, 3-4 meters high, perfect. Not today. In this place, we have the different instruments. Normally in Cuba, we use maybe similar to your country. We use for prepare the land with animal, with tractor, and the more important here is this machine over there, Russian machine. In Cuba, we used the first time in 1961 for cut sugarcane. And the principal man for in this process was Che Guevara. Maybe you know him. Was very important. Yeah. This place was the first place when beginning the process. Yeah. In December 1961. Okay. Today we have the modern machine from Brazil. It's different. The better condition for the driver is different. Now you come to see the place when beginning the process inside the factory sugar mill. Sorry. Okay. Here beginning the process. The train over there and the truck brought the sugar cane, was put in the conveyor and go for the mill. 6 months in the year, December until May. The perfect season is 15 December, 15 May. Okay, perfect. 24 hours a day. The factory no stop for 6 months. No problem out in the field, no raining, no problem out, no problem in, broken the factory, 6 months. 6 months, 24 hours a day. Nice. Yeah, nice. And now, maybe you can take that, you have the new roof in the factory. But 2 years ago, we have the hurricane here, normally in America. One hurricane, hard hurricane, the name Irma, September 8, September 9. Irma was terrible in the country, but in this town was very, very hard. The wind blowing the top was 158 kilometers per hour, and Irma taking off out the roof, gone the roof, many homes inside the town. I remember September 9, 10 o'clock when the people work inside the town. We have problem the electric power, we have problem the water, we have a problem the food, many things. But maybe in this year we have problem again, November, December, maybe the next year, God, maybe for 20 years we have the new roof again. I don't know, it's impossible for us. No, something about that, okay? Here we have the first mill. The sugar cane was put in the conveyor over there, coming inside the conveyor, and was put in the top. And go mill by mill at the end, 5 mill in the factory. Okay? Different pressure in the mill, okay? At the end. And here, that is very important for me because I need to say something about that. Here we have the demonstration, the embargo United States, my country. In 1959, we have the revolution in Cuba. In the same year, United States put embargo on my country. Nothing for Cuba. Remember, all technology in Cuba, all factory in Cuba was construction between 1900 and 1935, technology United States. And United States say in 1959, nothing for Cuba. That was terrible for my country. But the government say to the people, we need to make something if we want development in the country. And we begin to make that, to repair, make it metal and metal, because we don't have the new piece for chain. We use the same piece all time. It was impossible for my country to change the piece, because the new piece from United States, and United States, no one give it. For that, we use the same piece. And the people, the factory work 6 months, another 6 months, the people work inside the factory. It's okay? Understand me? Yeah, perfect. This factory is perfect, the system, because at the end, the juice finish, the juice have to wait for different moments inside the factory for make sugar, but the fiber continued. And the fiber had, in this place, sorry, was taking off. In this place, the fiber was burned for make steam. And the steam was the energy in the factory, and the power for the factory war. The pollution go for the tower. And here we have the steam machine, very, very important in my country, because they was used for brown sugar in the field for the factory, and the factory for the port, sugar, honey, and alcohol. Today we have around 264 steam machines in the country, and 10, maybe 12 work today for the tourism. But it's the few countries in the world have a steam machine work. Okay? Yeah. From United States. We have the plaque, for example, over there, Hamilton Pratt was the company United States, Hamilton, Ohio, brought different pieces, different machine for construction factory in America. Over there, the plaque, Philadelphia, sorry, maybe you can see, October 1920 is the year was construction the machine.